I have something cool to show you guys. Yeah, there we go. Geometry Dash flag! Hey guys, it's Up here today, and welcome to this video. Hosting a mega collab can be hard, especially if you have never hosted a mega collab before, barely have any experience creating yourself, and have barely any connections with other people in Geometry Dash. Unfortunately, I found myself facing all of these hurdles when I hosted my 2018 mega collab, Batholith. Last week, I made a video showing all my old Geometry Dash levels, and in that video, I showcased Batholith for the first time on this channel. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then that means you did not watch that video, and that means you're probably not subscribed to my channel, and in that case, what are you doing? Subscribe right now? But anyways, in this video, I will be detailing the history of Batholith and the story about how I kicked a popular creator from my collab. So this whole story starts in February of 2018 when I was at lunch with two of my friends from school. I'm not sure exactly who proposed the idea first, but we eventually started talking about a collaboration between the three of us. We noticed the trend in Geometry Dash where a lot of creators were making levels inspired by hell levels. For example, Bloodbath was inspired by Cataclysm, Bloodlust was inspired by Bloodbath, so we thought it would be a funny idea to make a level inspired by Capitalism, a 6-star hell-themed level by Glittershroom. As the level was getting started, I proposed the idea of turning it into a mega collab. I would go in Geometry Dash servers, try to find a bunch of creators I thought were pretty cool, and invite them to make parts in the level. My other two friends thought this was a really great idea, and that is the start of Batholith. But this test quickly turned out to be harder than I expected it to be. The first problem that happened was one of my friends, who is Froze420, who's the very first part in Batholith, basically gave up and said, "This is my part. I didn't finish it, so if you want, you can finish it." So then it was my task to finish his part. So Froze420's part was probably the biggest part in the level, so the fact that he only did about half of it and then gave it to me, I now had a lot of work to do. So I made like a little intro sequence with like the letters, and then after Froze420's part that he finished himself, and I still wound up adding stuff to, I had to do like a little transition into the next part, which was Luminary Emily, who is the first person other than my two real-life friends to join the collab. And now the real hunt started. Over the next 3 months, I scavenged the Geometry Dash servers trying to find any creator that was willing to make a part in Batholith. It took a while, but I thought that I had collected a good crew of people who were willing to make parts in the level. But more problems start to occur. CyberYT was someone who had joined the collab and I thought was a decent creator based on the levels I played by him, but it seemed that he put, no offense to him, but he put like the least amount of effort into his part possible, and it seemed that he just didn't follow any of my rules. He made his part way harder than a 6-star, and I honestly didn't know what to do. I didn't want to kick him from the collab because I literally waited 3 months for his part, so I kind of just let it be and continued on with the level. I was given a bunch of other really great parts. I made my part in the level. The last part in the level was given to someone named Cutie Kitty, who now goes by the name Extreme Auto. I gave them the same instructions I gave everyone else: start here, end here, make it a red hell theme, and make it about a 6-star. Cutie Kitty wound up using a kind of like grayscale type style. I'll show their part now. And when I confronted them and I was like, "Hey, it was supposed to be kind of like a red hell style level, do you think that you could like change your part?" They said no. It's going in the level as it is. So I was like, alright, I don't like your attitude, I'm removing you from the collab. And that was really sad because I really liked their part, but they just were not willing to change the part to make it fit into the level. And now Extreme Auto has 12 creator points, which isn't crazy or anything, I just thought it was funny. So now I either had to find someone to finish the last part, or I had to do it myself. So now with this mega collab basically in shambles, I called for some help. There was someone who had made a part in the level named The Sensation, and he actually helped me basically revise the entire level. Our first step was changing CyberYT's part. As I mentioned before, CyberYT's part was not very good. I'll show it now on screen. But we basically had to completely rework it together and make a new part. The next thing we decided to do was revise the gameplay in some parts. Some parts had pretty shaky gameplay, so we just decided to make little edits just to make it more fluid for the player. And then the next pretty big hurdle was replacing Cutie Kitty's part. The part was like 85% done by The Sensation, and then I did like the last 15%. But yeah, the level's basically done. I finished the level off making a cool end screen with the help of Luminary Emily. Luminary Emily made her own ending to the level that I was originally going to include, but sadly I couldn't because of the way that it just panned out. I'll show her ending right now. And that's the mess that was Batholith. I made a good amount of enemies throughout the making of this collab. A lot of people were upset with me because Sensation and I did change a lot of people's parts, which looking back wasn't the best idea, but we just tried to make it more fluid for the player, and in doing that, I think we may have just changed too much. But after like 5 months of it being in the oven baking, we kind of just wanted to get it out, and it was finally released after 6 months. So yeah, that's the story of my really flawed mega collab. It was a really interesting learning experience, not only for Geometry Dash, but in real life, working with people and collaborating with people. If I ever did a mega collab again, I feel that I would know what to do and I would feel somewhat prepared. Maybe one day. But yeah, that's it for my story today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I hope to see you guys in a future stream or a future video. Bye! Yo, you gotta see how cool I am. I know you're at the gym, but I just gotta show you. So, I watched a tutorial on how to make like really good lighting in YouTube videos. So, I put a t-shirt over my light and put it on a stand, and then I'm using my iPad, like with full brightness all the way white, and look how crisp that picture looks. It looks so crisp.